Broadcasting live in between your parents' silk sheets.
That's disgusting.
Broadcasting from the bathroom after Chrissy Alley had an all-you-can-eat Mexican buffet.
Ay, caramba. Who cares where we broadcast from? My nipples are hard and my pants are off.
Oh, Davey.
Hi, this is Joe Kelly, and you're listening to Modern Problem Radio Show with Shotgun, J-Spin, and my favorite sexy radio host, DaveyLove.
All right, Modern Problems Radio Show. DaveyLove in the house. Tonight we got a big show. Let me introduce you to our cast of characters. Over there in the front, the man with the red shirt. Looks like he skinned Elmo on the way in. A couple Tickle Me Elmos. La, 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 la. Shotgun, say hello.
What's going on?
To the right of him, back from the Chuck Norris shirt convention.
Back
we have
better than ever.
Jay Spin is in the house.
I'm pumped tonight. Tonight's a good night.
Yeah, it is. Very good night. Oh, and to the left of me, we have the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Pete Francis.
Hello, hello. Thank you for having me. Pleasure to be here. Just have some delicious pizza.
Oh, yeah, he loves the pizza. And tonight we are broadcasting live from Capetta's, 188 Boston Post Road, home of the best pie around. You like the pie, J-Spin?
Love it.
Love it. So tonight we have Pete Francis here. Who would have thought, you know? The legend himself is here.
Live in person.
Come on.
Yeah, live in person, you know? He's going to pull an Animal House and beat J-Spin with the guitar after the show.
Come on.
The man, the myth, the legend. And we also have the Godfather just stepped in here.
It's good to be here.
Mr. Jerry Vigorito.
Hi, Dave.
We gave him the messed up headphones, which is
I
great.
see that.
That's what happens.
These are
when
the
you're
Baba
late.
Booey headphones.
Yeah, they are.
You could blame that one on Dave. He was the one that tried to set things up.
Oh, that's horrible.
When you're the last one in the room, you get the beat headphones.
That's it.
There you go. So we have Pete Francis with us. Pete, so you right now you're in between things with Dispatch right now.
Yeah, some cool stuff is going on. We were working on a record in Rhinebeck, New York, at a great recording studio called Clubhouse, and then also in Bridgeport. Yeah, Bridgeport.
Oh yeah, Bridgeport! Everyone, give Bridgeport a round of applause. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Show some love there. Yeah,
That's
yeah, we had a great time making the record. It's our first record in 10 years, so it's pretty wild to make a record with your old mates.
Yeah,
but it's a great feeling. We had a great tour this summer.
Yes,
we got to play some beautiful venues in the States. We're going to Europe in March, end of March. And I have some other stuff going on myself. I forgot to mention to you, Davey, I'm putting out a book of my poetry and photography and drawings. This book that it's all compiled together in one book. It's called
awesome.
Just a Moment. Yeah, so I'm psyched for that. To put that out in 2012.
Nice.
Yeah.
And when is that coming out?
I'm not sure. I'm still working on that.
Okay.
But yeah. So that's going on there, and. Yeah, so that's kind of the story right now.
And then you're jamming with some of your buddies, and
I'm jamming. I have a band called the I-Eyes, Pete Francis and the I-Eyes.
Oh,
and,
nice.
We're playing at Brooklyn Bowl on January 11th. It's a
Very
Wednesday,
nice.
so get your bowl. I don't know who's these guys. You were talking. You're a turkey man. You get turkey, right?
Yeah.
3 in a row. The turkey.
Yeah, that's right, man.
Yeah, because you're an athlete. I heard.
Yes.
I'm soccer, basketball.
Basketball.
So bowling is another one of your specialties.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well.
I'm good with balls and bags.
Okay, yeah, it's a good thing to be good at.
Yes.
Anyways, that gig has got blue ribbon fried chicken.
Blue ribbon fried chicken.
Yeah,
Awesome.
with dipped in the honey, and that takes it to the next level. And then with the gig and the bowling, it should be a great night.
Oh yeah, that should be an awesome night.
Yeah,
that's all you, especially with the food part.
Oh yeah. Well, how could I miss it? I got Pete Francis, fried chicken, and bowling. That's like a home run combination.
It's a full night.
Trust me, he won't get to the bowling. He'll stick to the chicken.
Wow, man. And so you're actually going to play a new song for us, though.
Yeah,
tonight.
well, Modern Problems, that's where it's at. So, I thought I'd lay down a modern problem I have right here, and then we can,
nice.
all, talk about it.
There you go, man. So what's the name of the song?
Oh, well.
Oh, well.
Oh, well. Those oh, well feelings? Oh, well.
All right, man.
Should I play it?
Rock on.
I have the lyrics right here, babbling to
if
me.
you need Jay Spin, I'll flip it, but good thing you're wearing shades, because
looking
at him is intimidating.
I know, man. It's that good kind of intimidation, though.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know? So here we go. Let me bend the lyrics over. Oh, well. Oh, well. Oh, here we go. I need this pick there. I've come to ruin the rain, smudge the sun's light. I let the wind out of the bag too soon. I grew the wrong flower. It's time to leave this drum. It's time to leave this drum. Oh well, oh well, oh well. It's time to get lost. It's time to get lost again. My heart's red shadows are pumping strange music. For a new song sung by the insanity of the manatee. It's time to leave this drum. It's time to leave this drum. Oh well, oh well, oh well. It's time to get lost. It's time to get lost again. Thank you.
That's awesome, man.
Thank you.
I could hear a little Bob
for
Dylan.
you, Davey.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. That is
Wow.
awesome. Thank
You're
you so
lucky.
much.
You're welcome.
So I hear a little Bob Dylan influence in that song.
Bobby, love
Yeah.
that guy.
Bobby D, man.
Bobby D, he's the, you know,
He's the man.
he's a slugger. He's a prize fighter.
He is a prize fighter.
Yeah.
So, Jay Spin, you got any questions that you want to ask?
I want to talk about the insanity of the manatee.
Yeah, well, we all have to deal with that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, you guys just did that tour. You played, what was it, the Red Bull Arena? That was the one that was on Palladia.
Yeah, that's on Palladia right now. And there's a DVD out, which is pretty funny because it has us going down from the top of the stadium onto stage, but ziplining.
Wow.
So I know there's a Tom Cruise movie out, but called Mission. But we're trying to top that moment.
So it's Dispatch Impossible?
It's Dispatch Impossible. We kind of hover above the jewel case.
Nice.
You know, when you get onto stage, and not to touch it, but we get the jewels in the end.
Nice.
Don't worry.
I just watched that on Palladia. Matter of fact, it was on a few nights ago, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. The DVD has got that special little ziplining feature. So, folks out there, you may want to check into that.
Definitely.
I'm excuse me looking at this phone, but I'm trying to get my tuner. You know, that's what's so handy about the phones is that they have tuners on them. Sorry.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, anyways.
You got the tuner app?
I got the tuner, Clear Tune, folks.
Clear
It'll
Tune.
keep your guitar clear from mucus membranes. So where were we?
So you guys got a lot of stuff going on lately, and you said you're doing a new album. But before I get into all of that, I want to ask like how you guys got into the whole thing. You went into Middlebury College, right?
Right. So the story goes, 1994 rolls around, and I wanted to play soccer at Middlebury,
Right.
but I wound up with 3 ankle operations.
Wow.
Put me out of commission. So doctor told me I could never run again. So that's when I started strumming my guitar in the stairwell and, you know, limping around on crutches. And lucky enough, I met Brad and then I met Chad, and we were playing in separate bands in college, and going around to like dorm rooms or wherever we could get a gig.
Right.
And then over the summer, we recorded. Chad and I did a 4-song demo in Tin Pan Alley Studio in New York City, and then Brad and I went out to Colorado and did a thing. And I just felt like, man, these guys are really good musicians, and I would be really cool to see if we could get together.
Right.
It took a little convincing, a little time, but everybody came around, and and we've known each other for 18 years.
My God, wow.
And amazing music's coming.
Do you guys
do
most of you do all the writing, or are you primarily writing?
We do, I mean, I think for it to be a Dispatch song, it has to kind of go through all three of us. So whether somebody contributes a bass part or all the lyrics, either way, I think to come out on as a Dispatch song on a Dispatch record, it has to go through to get that sound. To get that sound, it has to go through the three of us.
Sure, I get it. Yeah, very cool.
This guy's a phenomenal guitar player and bass player too.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
And I also hear you're an avid collector of guitars.
I do. I love guitar, maybe too much.
Yeah.
Yes,
well, what about that one? It looks like that's the one you use all the time.
Well, I have a good friend named Zeke at Matt Umanov's Guitar on Bleecker Street, and I walked in one day and he said, "Pete, you got to play this guitar," and he said, "There's songs in it," and
I love that.
And in fact, then I went home and I wrote a song called Valentine.
Well, I love that song too.
Yeah.
We play that a lot on here.
Thank you.
That's off your EP.
Yep. I could play that if you want me to, or we could play whatever. I don't know, whatever you want me to do.
It's up to you.
Yeah,
why not?
Yeah,
it's your choice.
You know what? My capo is in my gig bag over there. I'm sorry about that. I left it over there.
Hold on.
You want to break out your hula hoop, Dave? Dave's an avid hula hooper.
Dave, I gotta see that, man.
You don't want to see it. It's very ugly.
Thank you.
It's ugly.
It is ugly.
But he does it a lot.
Yeah, I do.
It's bowling and hula hooping.
The joke goes, there's only so many hoops a fat guy can fit through. And I always prove the theory that there's only a few.
That's his only exercise.
Yeah, that and lifting the food now. Oh my gosh! So you're gonna play Valentine.
Yeah, this is great, man. We got our own private concert here. This is a thrill. My day didn't start out this way.
No,
who would have known?
And J-Spin, you're just sitting there in awe.
Yeah, he's in awe.
I'm just ready for the next tune.
Yeah.
You know how I roll.
This song, I guess I haven't really talked about this song, what it meant, but I think it is important, and Davey, if it's all right, if I give a little background on the song.
Definitely.
This song is my wife and I, we lost our first baby, it was quite a loss for us, and it was called Valentine's because we lost him on Valentine's Day. And so you can imagine how it was very hard for us. But, it's something about music that seems to just, lift you through and take you through these times.
Right.
And when Zeke told me, there's songs in that guitar, he was right because after that experience and my wife, the happy news is 10 months later, we had our first boy. And Charlie is doing well now, and he's about to turn 1. But it was a very heavy thing to go through, and but it was very therapeutic for me and to write this song. And so it's really about the experience and that day, and so I'll play it now.
All right.
Very cool. Very cool.
Here we go. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a fading blue into the black. The news is going down into the dirt, crushing the white stones. Sun expires, the wind is zipped up, eyes of fire in a tin cup. Freeze the river, cross out the clouds. I bet it was a bumpy ride, I bet it was. Slip and a slide. You were upside down, rolling around, lost in time. Our Valentine. So let's seal up the leaks. Is it really going down? Broken flame, bones to blame, ropes in flames. Kisses from the parade, tying ribbons of rain. Paradise, sacrifice, lemon lips, a pyramid of apples. I bet it was a bumpy ride. I bet it was slip and a slide. You were upside down, rolling around, lost in time. Our Valentine. Footprints of forever, suitcase in the hole, holding my hands, watching tears fall, watching them fall. Promise of another, it's better to look right now. Scared of what we'll see, will he have the same face as me? I bet it was a bumpy ride. Bet it was slip and a slide. You were upside down, rolling around, lost in time. Our Valentine, lost in time, lost in time, lost in time. Our Valentine. Thank you. Felt like the phone was in key with the song.
That was amazing.
That was great, and it helped
Thank
that
you.
there was a little 1-year-old boy standing behind you.
Thank you. Give me 5, man.
No,
Yeah, beautiful lyrics.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I never knew the song was about that. but-
Yeah, that's what it's about.
Is it hard for you to sing that song? Or?
I think it's actually, I feel good every time I do because I feel like his spirit is with me.
Yeah.
And in that song, so he lives on forever.
Well, I say when you explain it, and then you hear you singing it, you really do feel the emotion in it. So
Yeah, well, thank you.
And as a harp player, it's an emotional instrument. and
Yeah,
I'm listening to, your feelings in that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Very cool.
Thank you.
Definitely.
I see your arm hairs are growing in a little more.
So
this
you're
year.
actually,
I haven't
you're
shaved in a
actually
while.
from Greenwich. You grew up in Greenwich.
Yeah, I did. It's a beautiful town. We were my mom and pop got moved to Riverside in 1972
Nice.
from Brooklyn Heights,
Okay.
and then I came along in 75.
Wow.
75. Jesus.
That makes me 107.
Yeah.
Nice.
55.
71.
I wish I was 175.
I'm old enough.
Someday.
I'm old enough to
Someday.
be your uncle.
We might be able to hit that.
Cool. Yeah, we could do it, fellas.
Yeah, definitely.
Riverside's a nice town.
You
Thank
now
you.
you
Yeah,
now
I
you
love
reside
it,
in
yeah.
Manhattan.
So I do I live in Manhattan. I love Manhattan. It's just it's so. Empire State Building's my favorite building in the world. So if I can go outside around the corner and look at that every day, I'm all set.
Do you do anything there local or any of the local clubs by yourself or in a smaller venues?
Yeah, so you got the Bleecker Street spots, which are always fun to play. Dispatch's first gig was at the Bitter End in New York. I was so nervous I couldn't even talk. I don't even think my hands moved. I can't.
Wow.
I think it was just. I think Chad forgot a guitar strap and someone made one out of duct tape. But yeah, there's the Rockwood Music Hall is another nice venue, right around the corner.
There's the one. Is it called the Metro on First Avenue? I think everybody plays it like on Tuesday nights and stuff.
I'm not sure. I can't
But
remember.
so the answer, you don't really do that as much.
I don't do it as much. I mean, I have done.
So you're
I
not.
I like to play the schools, do touring of the colleges, always fun. But some clubs as I mentioned, the Brooklyn Bowl will be a fun one to play. I haven't played many gigs in Brooklyn.
Yeah. Well, listen, it's a thrill to have you here, and
Yeah,
you.
definitely,
people at
man.
Capetta's are thrilled as hell to have you too.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
sure.
blessed to have you here, man. Actually, we have one of your biggest fans here. His name's Colin. He
Hey,
goes
man.
to Fairfield
I'm
Prep.
glad you're here.
And he might have a couple questions for you.
Let's-
The guy gave me the most articulate email. There was like no way I could reject him. You know, like to say I couldn't be like, dude, it's sorry, man, you can't do it. He like said, I'm a big fan. I just want to sit there. If not, I just want to observe everything. But I'd really love to interview him. That'd be my lifelong dream.
Okay.
So it's like any way I did it, I would be a jerk. So Shotgun was like, dude, he's coming down. We're like, yes.
Well, you know, I'm in the journalism class, and
oh, cool.
The teacher's always telling you be proper when you're emailing. So
Right.
got me here tonight.
Yes,
Wow.
it did get you here.
Okay.
But just wanted to know how you plan on balancing your career with Dispatch and your solo career. What's that like going for you?
Well, they are really two completely different entities because, with Dispatch, you're really a part of a team. And I think as we all can relate, playing on sports teams and everything like that, if somebody hogs the ball,
they're off the team.
Davey, we got a problem.
Yeah,
man.
we definitely got a big
we
problem,
gotta at least talk to the dude. You're hogging the ball.
Yeah, you're hogging the spotlight.
You're hogging the ball. No, but really, it's been cool to know each other for a long time because we've been able to, work on our skills as musicians, and also. And as people, and trying to, be buddies. And then as far as I'm concerned with my own career, as I mentioned, I'm kind of really interested in I love, photography and painting and all that. So I just try to incorporate all the things that I like into my life and into my work. So that's why I'm coming out with that book that I've put together. And so that's kind of the balance. It is a balance, but I think that it's healthy to balance.
Nice. I think it's also cool, like I was saying to you before, and we didn't say it on air, was your first album you were signed to a record deal, and then you didn't like the deal, and you bought the album from them.
Yeah, it's kind of a funny story, because I guess maybe more than the other Dispatch guys, I was really intrigued with, I was like, you got to get a major label deal if you want to roll with the big dogs, It's like you get the deal, and then there's going to be the black Cadillac is going to pick you up and take you to the airport, and then it's ice from there, You're just it's locked and loaded, you know what I'm saying? Like everything, but in fact, that's just where your problems begin, really, But I can't. It's hard to just stomp on record companies because there are a lot of good people that work there.
Oh yeah,
a lot of
definitely.
cool people that I met along the way, and so I don't want to say anything about that because I'm thankful for what they offered and helped me. I just think that the system itself is a little bit, not a little bit, it's a lot clogged.
Yeah, the corporate
and
stuff,
I believe right now that we're getting into a bit of like, a flushing, if you will.
Right.
I hope.
But I hope too, and I hope that I think what you guys are doing with the having a radio station and having the local pizza place and the establishment involved. To me, that's always been the most fun. Some of our first gigs were just on some bar stools at the place where you're getting food in town, and I always thought that had the most character rather than going for a showcase in front of people you're really uncomfortable with.
Yeah.
And you're going to be really nervous. So that, I've had to do all that to get to this point and to come back and be like, I really dig this,
Right.
That's what
that was my point earlier about playing some of the smaller clubs. You played the bigger thing. You played Madison Square Garden, and it come back to really where you started. I'm interested in what you were talking about in the very beginning when you first started getting discovered. Was it primarily college radio and things that you were being played on, or
it wasn't? It really it was funny because it wasn't even college radio. It was Napster.
Yeah, Napster.
It was Napster.
Yeah.
So we didn't even know what Napster was. So when I was a senior. And, it was 98, 99, around that time, I think. And this thing called Napster comes out, and we don't know what is going on. People are taking our records and trading songs.
Wow.
And one of my favorite stories is a gig at Pomona College for a Halloween party. And they I guess they got hold of the General and Bang Bang, and 1,000 people showed up to the gig and were singing the words. So, there's that's
a
certain
incredible
part about giving music to people that then people will give back. And I think this whole backwards thing about forcing music down people's throats and image and, advertising, I personally don't vibe with that.
Right.
You know, I mean, I'm all for working with other companies and all that, but why don't you? I think you have to give to get. You know what I'm saying?
Totally. You definitely have to give to get. If you don't give, you can't receive anything.
No.
You know, you're full.
Yeah,
you know?
it's it.
I would imagine you have to have a sense of satisfaction, though, to know that of all the time you've been doing this, you've been able to do it kind of your way, the way you wanted to. You know, and I would think not very many people get to do that, and it's cool that you can walk away from music someday and say, hey, you know what? No one ever told me what I was going to play, what I was going to write. I never, you know, I did my own thing with my band and with myself.
It does. You know, I appreciate you saying that because it feels good because I don't think it couldn't have been any other way for the three of us. We just were, you know, had very different personalities, yet at the same time I think we had a certain goal in mind and a certain sound that we wanted to put out that we could agree upon, but we had to go through, you know, our difficulties like any other band. But really, you know, like you said, I believe it's important to keep the artistic spirit intact and to not compromise, you know, but to work creatively and hopefully constructively with people and put out the kind of music, art, you know, that you want.
Yeah, I respect that. I like that.
Cool.
Colin, I know you have some questions.
Yeah, just a couple more.
Kid's thrilled down there.
How do you feel about coming back together with the guys, recording an EP, soon to be an album, right?
Yeah.
And now going overseas. How does that feel?
Well, just to start with the overseas, that has been a dream of mine since I can't even tell you. So to be playing in Europe is like, I mean, it's the best thing ever. It's like catching a ball at a major league game, I guess, you know?
Wow.
I mean, that's what it's like to me. So that's going to be a thrill. And what were the other questions?
Just really, what's your biggest influence? You've been going from your solo career back with the guys, different records with Barefoot Truth, and just want to know what really like makes you flow throughout the day.
Well, you know, life makes me flow. My family, my wife, Katie, my son, Charlie, that's who I live for, and my family and my friends really who I live for first. So, and then I guess I'm in constant discovery, and I hope to be open to new ideas.
That's awesome.
That is awesome, man. Do you want to go into song?
Yeah, I thought that we could jam.
I'd love to.
Yeah,
man. It'd be a real honor
to
to play with you. Sure, I'd love it.
So this is a song called "Carry You" that we put back on Dispatch record called "Who Are We Living For" in I think around 2000.
Give it my shot.
Green river flows like rice melting. Later it will run back down its track into an ocean. She stands on the bridges, dim light on the back, but someday I will carry you. I will carry you. I will carry you. Oh Lord, I know I will carry you. I wanna float high above waves of electric wires. Stare down, oh, to the street, yeah. I see you drunk with killer glazed eyes, telling me about the girl I should meet with someday. I will carry, I will carry you. I will carry. Yes, oh Lord, I will carry you. Lord, I know I will carry you. Yes, I know I will carry you. Let me carry you, 'cause I know I can. I will care. Lord, I will carry you.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Sounded
Jay
great,
Spin
man.
playing the harp. No, I'm just kidding. Jerry Vigorito on the harp.
Beautiful, Jerry.
I
Yeah,
wish.
shotgun on harp.
Yeah.
Never that.
No, that was great, man. That's one of my favorites, man.
Thank you.
Oh, beautiful.
Thank you. Beautiful playing.
Cool.
Man, I just want to thank you first off for
Oh, it was cool,
coming
man.
down here,
That
man.
was way cool. Yeah.
You made my day, man.
Great.
Dude,
Thank you.
Did
made
you
my-
like that? Yeah, huh?
Colin loves it. You guys all love that? Definitely.
Thanks, fellas.
Big
Thanks for
Dispatch
coming out.
fans.
Good. If I write an email to Lady Gaga, you think she'll let me come into one of her radio interviews?
If you play the meat whistle.
Yeah.
You gotta be proper.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Shotgun kind of looks like Gaga.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, if Colin writes the email, she'll never
There
say
you
no.
go. Make sure you're polite. What did you say? How do we make them polite? Yes. All right, I'll be polite. Very cool. So your next major show, your next show that we can see you?
Well, I'd love for if you guys want to come out to Brooklyn Bowl, January 11th.
Right.
That's a Wednesday night.
Very
and,
cool.
So please come out.
Yeah,
Oh, I love it.
definitely.
That must be in Brooklyn.
Yeah, it is. I'm going to hitch a ride with
I
Jerry.
hope so. That's what they told me.
Is it a bowl or is it a...
They have bowling.
Oh, wait, that's
Yeah.
what you...
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
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 Did you pay attention?
I'm thinking... No, I was
We're gonna
paying
go through
attention,
this
but...
again?
Yeah, sorry. I'm thinking he's playing a big stadium, you know? And I'm going, where the
well-
hell is there a football
Well,
stadium
you know,
in
where
Brooklyn?
where they have the Blue Ribbon Fried Chicken, and they got the bowling
that, got
and the gig. Sign me up, man.
That's it, man.
Sorry, I was asleep
This
at the
guy
switch
knows.
there.
Hey, it's like when I was talking to his manager, Katie, and I said, "Okay, I'd love to have Pete come down and do an interview." And she said, "Oh, which would you like, phone or live?" And I said, "Well, live." And she said, "Where do you guys go?" And I said, "Sometimes we do pizza." Oh, Pete loves pizza. That's where it's going to be.
That's great pizza. Thank you.
So when the pins are crashing and stuff like that, you're going to be, you know...
Yeah, well, the guitars are going to be crashing louder than that.
Yeah, I hope.
No, in some serious vein here, do they have a...
I don't know.
You don't know.
I've never been there. So I'm trying to keep it, I'm trying to speak big
Yeah, I mean,
here,
you have
but-
you're making us believe that you're going to be in the bowling alley. It can't be that.
Well, I believe from
must-
from what I've heard, there's bowling and gigs going on at the same time.
So they must have a venue for that.
They do.
That's
they
got to
do.
be so cool.
I've heard
Yeah.
about.
I know.
The
I
place
think it is
before.
cool.
Look
Yeah,
at it, like remember
yeah.
Seattle where grunge took off? There was
And the
that one
laundromat.
place, the laundromat.
Yep.
Everyone like did their laundry and they went and saw like Nirvana and Pearl
Oh
Jam and
yeah,
all that.
that's cool.
Yeah. So there
And
it
you guys
is.
see clean clothes for a gig. You can't beat that.
But that's
No.
the difference between West Coast, East Coast. They do laundromats.
We do
New York's
bowling
got to do
alleys.
bowling.
We
Yeah.
do bowling alleys. Yeah, it's much better.
Yeah, exactly.
Things going round and round, right?
Exactly. And Blue Ribbon Chicken.
Yeah.
Shotgun, you want to go into a quick break and then come back?
5 minutes. Well,
5
then
minutes.
I still can't.
What is this blue ribbon chicken, by the way?
Oh well, that is something to have.
Okay.
Yeah, blue.
Are they a sponsor, or you just like eating it?
Oh
No,
well,
it's good,
it's
man.
my
I've had it. It's
favorite
good.
Where have you
restaurant
had
in
it?
New York, so I guess
Oh,
maybe I
I
am a sponsor.
It comes from New York.
It's a fried chicken.
It's fried chicken.
Got
yeah,
it.
Yeah, and they have oysters there too if you like oysters.
Is it the chain?
So it's based in New York City.
No, it's not a chain. It's a restaurant. The one that I've been going to for years is on Sullivan Street.
Okay.
And it's a great restaurant. You know, it's just really cool vibe.
There's a bunch of them, though, right?
There are a bunch.
That's my neighbors.
That's your neighbors?
Eric Brownberg?
Yeah.
Yep, that's it. That's my neighbor.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Come on.
You get all the fried chicken you want.
Those guys,
I've actually never been there before, but I've heard it's amazing.
Yeah, this can't be that the kid has his.
Hey, he's got the blue ribbon. What are you gonna do?
He's writing the emails.
You can't say no to this kid.
Can
Next
you write
thing
an
you know,
email
he'll be
on behalf
tour.
of Pete for like a year's supply of fried chicken?
Oh man,
my first job was Kentucky Fried Chicken. 15 years old I was.
Nice. How was that?
It was horrible.
Was it? Yes. Were you dipping the chicken? Or
yeah, I was dipping the chicken.
Yeah.
What's the Colonel's secret recipe?
Shotgun's laughing over there.
You can go on the internet and see it, but I never could give it up. I had to sign an oath.
A waiver?
I did.
Huh.
And back then we cooked it in pots, and it would be
that's
like
it's the tastiest, right?
I guess.
Were you at the one on Black Rock Turnpike?
Yeah, that was it. Now it's a
my
bank.
God.
Now how did we get the chicken here?
I used to skateboard there.
I don't know. But here we are.
How about this? When the European tour is done, are you going to do anything summertime or next
Yeah,
fall
you know,
in
I
the
think
States?
we're talking, and I hope that we can do some of the festivals, but I'm not sure which ones. But
I mentioned the Vibe. You haven't done the Vibe.
the Vibe, yeah, the Vibe. I haven't been to the Vibe. It's great, right?
I think the
Terrific.
gathering of the vibes would be so great for
You know,
you
it's
guys.
four-
perfect.
Sign me up. Sign me up.
It's a 4-day festival. And,
Okay.
You know, with 2 stages.
Oh, cool.
And
Wow.
they get, I don't know how many people through there per day.
I think last year was record. I think
I don't know,
110,000.
Holy
yeah,
smokes.
they get like
Wow.
25,000 a day.
It's got to be at least that.
Yeah.
I would think.
Wow.
And they get, a lot of major acts, but we're good friends with
Wavy
Ken
Gravy.
Hayes, the producer.
Yeah.
Of it. And it's their major event. It really
What
is.
month is that in?
It's in August.
August.
Yeah.
No, wait. No, July.
July.
July. It
July
was like
21st
100
to the 24th.
It was 107 degrees on a Friday, and we were watching
It was hot that
Further.
weekend.
We were watching Further.
Oh, cool.
At
Yeah.
107 degrees or whatever the hell.
Wow. I hope you're in the shade.
No,
There's no shade.
You were
there.
just
It's
sweating.
very minimal.
No,
But it's on Seaside Park, and they create a whole tent city down there.
Oh, cool.
And, it's a hippie festival.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
like
It's
Woodstock.
basically Occupy Bridgeport with a bunch of deadheads.
Right. Oh, that's
kind
cool.
of.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But you'd be great there.
Thank you.
You'd
Yeah, I
certainly
would.
be great
I would.
there.
I would love that.
Yeah, definitely. It'd be something good. Joe and I could go see. Jason
Yeah.
and I. We like the Dead, but we don't like really
don't.
seeing a lot of the bands
I won't lie.
that are. It's kind of like a oversized cover band thing after a while.
I was looking forward to John Butler. He closed the show last year. So
John
that's
Butler.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, who else
yeah.
did they had?
Jane's
They had
Addiction.
Jane's Addiction.
Yeah,
Me and
yeah.
Davey weren't
Sure.
there for that though.
No,
We came on. We only got to go on Sunday.
They had
I
Toots and
blew
the
them off
Mayhill.
for the interview. Jane's Addiction. I couldn't make it.
Oh yeah.
And then what they have a what they call a green stage, which is a lot of the up and coming or the alternative acts. So they have the major headliners on the main stage, and then the side one is, which a lot of people consider the better music, other than the main bands, and it's pretty cool vibe.
Very cool. Yeah.
Get your agent on that.
Okay.
Actually, they'll probably come looking for you.
Oh well, that'd be great.
So where's your first stop in Europe?
First stop is Scotland.
Really? Very cool.
I wish it was Ireland because that is where I want to go.
Bollocks wanker, we want some haggis.
Yeah, you can have some haggis.
No, but I have been to Scotland, as I mentioned before. I was playing a soccer player in high school, and we went to Edinburgh in Scotland when I was. We did an overseas thing in England and Scotland, and it was a beautiful country.
So how many dates are you planning? Or do you know?
I think it's about 6 or 7.
6 dates.
Yeah, they got Germany, London, Scotland.
Yeah, so it's. I think the dates are on our website. Our website is dispatchmusic.com, and so I think it's Scotland, London, Cologne. Is that how you say it in Germany? And,
Yes.
Berlin,
Berlin.
and then Amsterdam and Paris and Zurich.
Real quick, Shotgun, I know you got to go to a commercial, but could you tell us a little bit more about the Madison Square Garden thing you were telling me earlier?
Yeah, just so the Madison Square Garden thing. there were 3 nights.
3 nights.
3 nights.
God bless you.
Yeah. And it was a beautiful time. And I just want to mention, it was a concert for Zimbabwe to help the people that are suffering in Zimbabwe. And one of the highlights for me was working with the African Children's Choir. And I believe a lot of those children, some children did come from Zimbabwe, but a lot were from Uganda. Wow. And that was really, just to see them, I don't know why, but right off the bat, they were calling me Uncle Pete, and hugging me, and it's like, there's just something when kids, and these sweet kids were just giving their love and singing. So that made the concert, to me, so incredible.
And not to put a financial twist on this, but primarily all your ticket sales.
It did, all the ticket sales, it did, yes.
How much money did you raise?
Management. Where's management? Management.
That's right.
Management.
Make up a number. We'll believe you.
It was $54, and I mean, after the fried chicken,
No, but also all 3 nights, the whole thing went.
It did, yeah.
And so you guys donated your time for that.
We did.
That's very noble and very honorable thing.
Thank
to do.
you.
Very cool.
And then what was 20% of the ticket sales went to the Elias Fund, I think.
Yeah, the Elias Fund. Elias, the story with Elias, he's a beautiful man in Zimbabwe who Chad met, and that's inspired the song Elias.
Right.
And so we had a fund put together towards that. This summer, this last tour was we were focusing on education in the country. So with Dispatch, we try, we love getting together for concerts, but we also love to try to get involved in a community or a place that we believe could use some help, and so that's been part of our mission.
That passion, though, where did that come from? What sparked that for you to go to that particular charity or that particular organization?
I don't always know. I don't always know what sparks it. With education or Zimbabwe. I think what sparked Zimbabwe was simply Chad's song, and Chad's song "Alias" is. I'll never forget hearing the first time. It's one of those songs where the hairs on the back of your neck rise up when you're playing it, and then I realized, oh man, I'm actually in the band singing it.
Yeah.
With my buddy who wrote it. So
very cool.
I feel very lucky in that way, and I know it's a desperate situation in Zimbabwe, and when you have kind of a tyrant who's crushing the people and taking away, it's a terrible situation. But I mean, we tried to help what we could.
Right. It sounds like you did, but it sounds like it came from a written song that came from internal, and it went all the way to 3 nights at the Garden.
Yeah. Right.
And to create that kind of atmosphere and that kind of help. It's a very, very cool thing. I love hearing those stories.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, these guys are awesome. And Pete is awesome.
Oh, well, you guys are awesome.
I want to thank you for coming down.
Thank you.
Everybody can go check him out. PeteFrancis.com, DispatchMusic.com, Twitter @PeteFrancis.
I don't twiddle. I've tried to twaddle, but the twiddling is not twaddling.
Yeah. I can't.
And then you can Facebook fan page is Pete Francis.
Yeah.
And also Dispatch too. So awesome stuff. Shotgun, should we get a couple tags?
We can, but before we get to tags, you're going to Scotland when?
So the tour, I believe it starts March 20th, but the dates are when you go right to the site, the dates appear.
There you go, Radioactive Scotland. He's coming to your town.
There you go.
Come on in, Scotland. We'd love to see you.
That's right.
This broadcast in Scotland.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are broadcasting.
I got that. I know.
Yeah, they heard you on the harps.
That's right.
So, Shotgun, what do you... So, should we get some tags or go to break and come back? What do you want to do?
Let's go to break and we'll come back.
Okay, what are we going to go into?
Well, let's go into John Butler Trio.
All right, Modern Problems Radio Show.